everybody, Gina DeLuca here. It is that time again. It is time for another auction. I am swimming in paintings and it is time to make room for more. And so the auction will be taking place on Friday, October 7th at 7 p.m. 10/7 at 7 p.m. So mark your calendars, set your reminders. These paintings will not be appearing in this video in the order that they will be auctioned off. I will provide that at some point, but I will be showing half of what's going to be in the auction, and hopefully you see some pieces that you would like to bid on. This is the first piece. It's called, what is it called? Oh yes, the blue hole. That's what it's called. I've forgotten. So this is a beautiful cloud pour. It looks like it's glowing. This piece is just flippin' magnificent, if I don't say so myself. Look how 3D that appears. I love this piece. So this is a 20 by 20 gallery wrap canvas titled The Blue Hole. Here's another 20 by 20 gallery wrap canvas titled Anemone. An anemone. Beautiful details on this. You can see, it's like from one angle you don't see the gold at all, but from other angles, it's just lovely. I love those little hints of flash in there. This was my attempt at something more Sarah Mac-ish. I just love that hint. That hint of metallic in there. It makes the edges look like they're glowing. You'll notice one of the things that I go for in my art is illusion, and the illusion of things being 3D or things glowing. So 20 by 20 gallery wrap canvas titled Anemone. Not an enemy, but an enemy. You know, those little funky finger-like things underwater. You'll also notice a lot of underwater themes. Speaking of underwater, we have this 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas that I really don't want to sell, but I'm gonna. This one is titled Mermaids Lounge, and I'm just in love with this piece. I'm going to be very sad to part with it, to be honest with you. But as mentioned, I am running out of room. But the details on this is actually all metallics, which really kind of lends to that 3D effect. Yeah, love this one. My pretty, I'll be sad to see you go. It's probably like fostering kittens. You just fall in love with them, but you have to let them go because you don't have room for all of them. So again, 16 by 20 gallery wrap canvas titled Mermaids Lounge. Okay, this one is an 18 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas titled Ocean Resort. Again, we have the metallics and the water for that 3D effect that it gives. It really looks like ripples. It looks textured, but it is not. But I love the effect that that gives. And of course we have the painted in, embellished with a brush, seafoam, and the sky is a cloud pour. Again, this is an 18 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas titled Ocean Resort. Okay, moving on into outer space for a painting here. This one is titled The Expanse. And just kind of reminded me of something in outer space. Beautiful lines, beautiful blending into that dioxazine purple. These outer corners are black, but yeah. So this is a 20 by 20 deep edge gallery wrapped canvas. Titled The Expanse. Who said you can't use purple and yellow together and get no mud? There's no mud on here. No mud. Again, 20 by 20 gallery wrap canvas titled The Expanse. Here we have a 16 by 24 Satchmo gallery wrapped canvas titled Poppin' Copper. It is just beautiful. The copper against that shade of purple just looks like it's glowing. Absolutely gorgeous. And it is hard to get the camera to really appreciate the bling on these, because the camera gets confused. But this is a stunner, really a statement piece. Again, this is a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Poppin' Copper. Okay, this is another 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Olay, as in with milk, not the bullfighting thing. Really cool boulder cells going on in there. Those. It appears so textured, and yet it only looks 3D. I don't know if you can see that. All kinds of cool stuff going on in this one. And again, this one is called Olay, and it is a 16 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas. This one is a 20 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Garnet Heart. The colors on this one are just luscious. And these are metallics, which the camera is not picking up all that great. But they are indeed blingin' cells. It's a very dramatic piece. Cool multicolored pop-up cells. Beautiful blending in these lines. It is so hard to like really show you the bling without getting the glare. Again, this is a 20 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Garnet Heart. Okay, this one, holy moly, is this one amazing. This one's called Copper Cove. It is an 18 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas. This one was very popular on YouTube because look at that turquoise glowing. This piece glows. It really just jumps off this canvas. Looks so 3D. And that oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at that. Yeah, love this one. And again, this one is an 18 by 24 titled Copper Cove. So hard to get all the details for you on camera. Does not do it justice. $18 by $24. Copper Cove. And I will be having some smaller pieces in there. I was varnishing all the big ones first, so the next batch will have a lot more of the smaller pieces. This one is called Brilliance. Look, would you look at that? This is, this varnish is the Tri-Art liquid glass varnish. This is 2 coats of that. I am so buying some of that. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't done it yet. But gosh darn it, I'm doing it because, I mean, this just makes the metallics look absolutely amazing. I mean, it's not quite as smooth as resin, but this would be like 20 coats of varnish to get to that, at least the way that I do it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Absolute stunner. Small but mighty. Like those cool like giraffe looking cells there. And again, this is a 12 by 12 titled Brilliance. Because it sure is. This one is a 16-inch round canvas titled Opal Rose. And it is very difficult to see the subtle differences, but there's just like a hint of pink in there with that green. Very cool boulders. Nice little rose center spiral. So 3D. I'm just obsessed with boulder pours. I hope y'all aren't sick of them, but they're just fascinating to me. The way that the colors blend together and just how much they look like pebbles. Again, this is a 16-inch round titled Opal Rose. This one is a 16 by 20 canvas titled Bronze Ballet. This background color is a very soft, pinkish, slightly purplish pink. Very pale. Reminded me of a ballet slipper. But lots of bling on this one. Got that molten metal vibe, which I love. As y'all know, very cool cells over here, these pop-up cells. And again, this is a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Bronze Ballet. Okay, here is another 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas using one of my favorite color combos. This one's called Caldera. And I love this piece. I love the softness of these lines. And then the pop of that copper. Why do I love straight pours? Because I get patterns of cells. You know, there's this band of pop-up cells. You have this band of beautiful lines. I prefer patterns of cells. It is pleasing to my eye rather than random placement. And then these colors together, I mean, I don't know, something about this reminds me of the Sistine Chapel. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Just something about it does. But yeah, this is, what is it called again? I always forget. Caldera, that's right. So this one is, again, a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Caldera. Here we have a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Molten. For obvious reasons, I just wanted a very molten metal effect, and by Jove, I think I got it. This is a very soft piece. If you don't like crazy bold colors and you're more into neutral palettes, this might be the one for you. Again, this is a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas titled Molten. Here we have a 16 by 20 canvas titled Copper Cove. It's really funky amoeba cells in this one. plenty of bling. I might actually do another coat of varnish on this one. Some canvases just seem to require more varnish to get to the place where I'm happy with it. And when I'm using metallics, I kind of like a lot of varnish because it really helps with the light refraction. So this will actually be going back on my varnish table. But some of these, look how funky those cells are. These look like coral branches, little copper flower explosion. And I think that's it. I think that was all 15. If it wasn't, I'll add whatever I missed in the next video. But again, this is a 16 by 20. This one is not gallery wrapped, but it's 16 by 20 called Copper Cove. So again, the auction will be taking place on 10/7 at 7 p.m. So October 7th, that's a Friday, 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. And I hope to see you there. And I will hopefully have the next half of these videos up by Wednesday, hopefully. I still have some varnishing to do, so maybe Friday, but coming soon. Okay. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.